No talking. When a question, come over here. If you are still having question, you're answering. You are wasting your time. Oh. Come and do your work. Return the money and the question. Forty-one to 50. Time up. Let's see how many you can get between 41 and 50. I'm sure with Mr. Emon's note now. What do you want to leave it? It's becoming clearer. The topic is becoming clearer. AJ, take in case some people need question. 41. Ethane reacts with hydrogen bromide. That 41. Okay, 42. 40. 41. Carbohydrates are compounds containing. This is carbohydrate. CS H2OY. Ari, that's general formula for carbohydrate too. Can be in any form. But if you look at them very well, even if you have member like glucose, this is glucose now. So you can see example, this example, 6:12, ratio 6, for example. So this is 1:2:1, something like this. So the answer is C. But sometimes it doesn't work that way, really. An approximate value. Because I can have a guy like the sucrose family. C12, H22, 11. When you look at the disaccharide family, this is 12, 22, and 11. So by the time you divide by the smaller ratio, which is 11, you still have 12 over 11, 22 over 11, and then you have 11 over 11. So this is still approximately 1, 2, 1. So 1 to 1 is approximate value. So the answer is C. Carbohydrates. 42. How many isomers does pentane have? You know, butane and pentane, you can easily get their number. It's constant. But in case you forget in the exam hall, you can derive it. But now I'll give you the value. It's constant. Mr. Amos on Monday, but Monday will be week of exam. So that's for you to know all those things now. Pentane. Guy gets carbon atom. 5. This is normal pentane. This is normal what? Normal pentane means straight chain pentane. I don't want to start putting hydrogen, but hydrogen around. That's normal pentane. Now I can have isobutane. I have one carbon here now. Like if I have one carbon here, what would be the name of this compound? I can't tell you. 2-methylbutane. So they have become 2 now. 1, 2. I can't have something like this. I'm just looking for 5 carbon. Another one going there here. Another one going there here. Class, what's the name of this compound? That's it. 2,2-dimethyl propane. Abi? So how many isomers do we have? That's the answer. 3. Where's the boy? Come over here. 2,2-dimethyl propane. 3. So we have 3. Can we draw another structure? That will give us 5 carbon atom. Which one? What's the name? Eh? Is there another one you can draw? There's none. Because if you draw like this, where are you coming from? Pardon? What course do you want to study? Pardon? Software. When I was teaching maths, were you in my class today? Okay, software engineering is in the middle floor. It's in ground floor. Software engineering. That's where they will do maths. So the maths I taught today, you were not there. The maths K-square taught for software engineering, you were not there. Top floor. No, that's not your class. Engineering is top floor. So why did you leave the school? Pardon? You don't you don't have money. Okay, they say those who don't have money should go out of the gates. A girl said you harassed her, you touched her body. Why? And when I was not coming the girl, you now ran out of the gates. Let me have your school ID card. We expelled one the other time, Franklin. Yes. Or you think I was playing? Touching a girl is an harassment. You can be sued for that. Yes. The only reason why many of you are not talking is because you are dirty girls. Let me have your ID card. Come here. Let me have it. Some of you thought we are playing. We don't play with harassment here. Quiet. Some of you are dirty girls. That's why you don't care. Somebody is touching your breast, touching your, it doesn't care because you have useless bodies. Kneel down there. Yes. I expect Franklin. I only told him to come back to class tomorrow because of Jamb. So you miss class for 4 days. We don't do that kind of dirty things here. You are feeling bad because you are dirty girls. Some of you feel it's too bad. Why? Why? Because you touched my something. Because you are dirty. A parent of the girl that was touched can sue the boy for harassment, and the boy will be jailed. Is there in our provision? You don't touch a girl without her consent for any reason. And then some of you are and so because you're a dirty girl, they've been sleeping with you at 15, 14. That's why you don't care. Yes. Yeah, that's why you don't care because you're dirty. And you felt touching a girl and so touching somebody at the back and so what's there? After all, they've been sleeping with me at 13. That's you. And yes, now that's you. That's why you're saying, wow, because you expect somebody for touching somebody. Yes. This one now, he was touching a girl. The girl has been crying since. Because that's bad. She was weeping and then she called me and I went there. He ran away outside the gate and he's an hostel boy, very useless boy. He ran out. Quiet. Some of you are finding difficult to believe because you are used to it. You are used to people touching you, just touching you. I'm talking, some of you are talking. I walk out. I walk out. Some of you are extremely dirty. That's your life. So you are seeing it as if because he touched somebody, that's why they expel him. Because you are dirty. The girl was crying because that's an harassment. An harassment is criminal offense. He ran out. He didn't write anything. The same boy now, on Sunday now, you carry Bible to church. He will say, I'm going to pray. Yes. That's our religion, some of we are practicing. Okay. How many instruments does protein have? The answer is 3. Abi? The leachate of a certain plant ash is used in local soap making because now, in making soap, process of making soap is called saponification. It's called what? That's it. Soap making. Saponification. And what does it mean? Alkaline hydrolysis of fat and oil. That's it. Your teacher will teach you, but better for you to learn all this. I'm happy some of the things he's teaching you, and some of you know some of them. Isn't it? Primary, I can know. Secondary, tertiary. So if you have been, so it's like it's just review, and you'll be happy. So saponification is alkaline hydrolysis of alkanoates. That's what some people do in that so-called virtual class, VIP. They'll be touching girls, touching them. It's a mistake. I'm sorry. And it's a lie. And a dirty girl also will be smiling. Alkaline hydrolysis of alkanoate is saponification. It means, number one, you look for alkanoate. When you are talking about alkanoate, we are referring to fat and oil, esters plus alkaline. You now have soap and glycerol. Soap and what? The process is called Saponification. It's called what? The glycerol will not make your soap to lather very well. It will be oily. So to remove the glycerol, the process is called what? Sorting out. To remove this guy, it's called sorting out. Claire, what do we use for the sorting out process? Yeah, brine, concentrated sodium chloride. So this one I put on the board, I can answer many questions. The person will not commit crime, no, they run. You committed crime, that's why you ran away. Where is he? He has gone through the gate before one. Go and bring your notes, all your notes, physics. Let me just start from physics. Chisu Roman, what was your name? Go and bring your physics notes. Let me see it. Maduba. Avelos. Go and bring your physics notes. I want to see it. And your math notes, the two. Forget about the chemistry and others. At least the one I'm teaching. Will I go and borrow notes? Bring it here. Oh, yeah. Say we have soap. As it's passing, be observing him before he touches you. Yeah, be observing him. I would look at the face very well. Before you say a mistake, put down inside your body, say a mistake. Hard and soft. The hard contains sodium hydroxide. The soft contain potassium what? So you want to make soap, you either use sodium hydroxide or you use what class? All the soap you use for bathing at home, for taking your bath, they are soft soap. They are what class? And they contain potassium. But the one for washing plate and clothes, they are what? Hard soap. And they contain what? That's it. So what does the meaning of hard? It means it has higher soda content. Higher what? That's it. So if you use that one, sometimes it can affect the palm. Oh yeah. The less of a certain plant ash is used in local soap manufacturing. Local soap, that's black soap. The black soap is very rich and it does not contain too much of soda. But we are using black soap now. Religion has made all our things we do in Africa to be like useless. If somebody see any of you now using black soap in the hostels, black soap, Shogun, he has done so I can pass 390 in Jamb. But the black soap are better. They contain less soda. But religion has made our tradition to become like useless. You know? So the answer is potassium hydroxide. See, one of them is the back of your plantain. The back of the plantain can be used. You sun dry it. After sun drying, you now put ash. Sorry, you put fire to turn to ash. That ash can be for making soap, black soap. Yeah. The cover of your plantain, those things, the husk, remove them. Eat your plantain. The remaining back now, you now sun dry. They are very, very rich in potassium hydroxide. That's what they call lactate. Number what class? Nobody must meet 44. If you hear ethyl butanoate, acanoate must be named from the front. Have you now? Ethyl, that's C2. Have you now? This ethyl. You can split it like the way they split their own. They didn't even split it. Buta. How many carbon is buta? You must count this one. Sure, you know. You must count this one. You now have 3 more. That's the name. So buta is 4. Don't go and write C4 each now. 3 plus 1, 4. You must count this one. Yes. So this is ethyl butanoate. 3 plus 1, 4 carbon. Option what? A. Okoro, you got A, Abby. Very good. Number 40, what now? The type of reaction that is peculiar to benzene is what? Substitution reaction. Benzene can undergo both substitution and what? Addition. But the guy is more comfortable with what? Substitution reaction. Mr. Adams, why? He doesn't want that chain, that ring chain to be destroyed. The guy is the king of the aromatic substances. Is the Olori Oko. So he understood that if he undergoes substitution, he's still going to retain his aromatic structure. He want to retain it. But by the time you undergo addition, that aromatic structure will be destroyed. The guy will now become cyclohexane. It's no longer aromatic anymore. So the guy want to maintain aromatic structure. That's why he prefer that substitution reaction. So the answer is substitution. See, for the C's now, Amos taught you today. But some people who are here today will still miss it today. I mean, they will miss it now. And he taught you because I had him when he was explaining. I was in my SAT class in the office when I had him teaching that topic in the top floor. Ethanol is a primary alkanol. Sure, you know. Look at that word. React with excess. Excess means we are not interested in the word intermediate products. Because the reaction are of two stages. They are of how many stages? Say ethanol, akpeteshi, or kain, or resi, taju, maribo takebe. These are the common name. Or pain, sapele water. You see many people today nowadays. You just see them like this. Those things, do you know what they are doing? They are destroying their liver. So if you see your daddy doing that, warn him. I'm serious, in love. Their liver is going. Say, listen, we're not praying for this to happen. Somebody has problem with the kidney, he can still survive for many years. But if you have liver issue, with the tongue, there is kidney transplants. But liver transplant is very difficult to do as an operation. So you are almost gone. And that's what it's saying. Feinja is everywhere. Dangerous chemical. I saw one day, what they wrote on it was about 40% alcohol. That's dangerous. You want to die. Ethanol plus oxygen. Some of you are here. Some boys already started doing that, including girls. Big girls. Ethanol. Then they mention SS. They take another one. We now have ethanoic acid. Have you now? The answer is ethanoic acid. But when you get limited supply, what's the answer? Ethanol. They taught you today. Oh. Number 47. See, that 47, don't go and be doing rubbish. Don't go and do carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, you are wasting time. They have already told you that the molecular mass now how much? Go and look at the one that will give you 180. That's all. Option A is wrong. That's the empirical formula. The answer should be CRB. 12 times 6, 72. 1 times 12, 12. 16 times 6, 96. If I add them together, 180. Save some time, some seconds. Nobody wants to see you working. You will not struggle in the exam. Amos taught you petroleum. Did he teach you petroleum? I had octane rating or something. Waiting be octane rating. Waiting. Wait. He taught you octane rating, but not petroleum. Waiting will come they take. Just like petroleum. Octane rating. And it's not petroleum it's not under petroleum. Just octane rating. It's okay. Audito. They will teach you. Because octane rating is part of petroleum. But no problem, they will teach you. We still have Monday and they have double period on Monday. Easter Monday. All the Easter rice you ate last year, what did they can do? What did do? So what is the big deal? Quiet. Quiet. We are aware there are some parents that will say, come in the name of religion that they want to pick their son and daughter. We'll release them. We're not interested in any, we're not holding anybody for anything. My daughter, you want to go? Are you going? Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a nurse. It's not easy. The process by which atoms are rearranged into different molecular structure in a petroleum refining process is referred to as reforming. Cracking, see cracking. They will soon teach you. I molecular mass or I boiling point compound or low volatile compound, Mr. Victor has mentioned this before on an industrial process. To give you lower molecular mass, so when they also define cracking, or low boiling points, low BPT, or high volatility is called cracking. It's called what, everybody? When you say what is cracking, this can be defined as a process where petroleum fraction with higher molecular mass is converted to petroleum fraction of what? Lower molecular mass. Or a process where petroleum fraction with what? High boiling point is converted to petroleum fraction with what? Low boiling point. Or a process where petroleum fraction with low volatility is converted to petroleum fraction with what? High volatility. For example, diesel to petrol. Diesel to what? Diesel. Content to petrol. Kerosene to petrol. This is cracking. But when you have smaller component of petroleum material, you now rearrange them, now put them together, rearrange them, put them together. That's called reforming. It's called what? That's it. Cracking can be of two types. Abi, thermal or what's another name for thermal cracking? Okay, time na heat now. Okay, what's another name for heat cracking? Thermal cracking. A good go. Thermal cracking, heat cracking, thermal cracking. Thermal cracking is called pyrolysis. It's called what, class? Pyrolysis. That's cleavage under it. Pyrolysis. So when they ask you the following is the same thing as pyrolysis, what's the answer? Thermal cracking. What are the following found in cotton? Cellulose. Cellulose contains 80 to 90% cellulose. Cotton, 80% to 90% cellulose. And don't forget that cellulose is a polysaccharide. It's a what? Not it too. Cellulose. You're asking for the now. When you hear natural gas, the major thing there is methane. Methane. Let me give you the component of natural gas. Natural gas. Chlorocone and methane. That methane is about 85%. Is about. Then you have some ethane. Ethane is about 10%. Then we have a propane. Okay, let me start with the guy. Pentane. Pentane is about 5%. This one, they are very easy to remember. They will sum to 100 because we are using about 5%. We also have butane, about 4%. It's easy to remember this one because pent now 5, but now 4. That's how it is. About, that means we won't get 100 when we add. We also have propane, about 3%. But the Oloroko now, who is the Oloroko? Methane. Which gas is responsible for fatal explosion in coal mine? Methane. Yeah. Fatal explosion in coal mine. Methane. Methane. Which gas is called marsh gas? Methane. Marsh. Where is that marsh coming from? Swamp. Very good. Swamp. If you go to some places where they are carrying refuse, and they are carrying the refuse, you see some gases coming out like this. Some guys coming out. Okay, your house is closed, Victoria. Because your ears is sharper than other people's ears. You know. You see those things coming out. That's methane. Methane. And let's go, everybody. Let's go to number 11 to 20. 11 to 20. Quickly. Yeah. I mean, according to that, which one of them is low? And which one is common? Number 13 is not clear. Okay, I will check it for you. Yeah. No, when you ask me, if number 13 is not clear, jump it. No talking. No talking. Number 13. A consequence of global warming is A, air pollution, B, water pollution, C, increased humidity, D, flooding. Number 13. Air pollution, A, water pollution, B, increased humidity, C, and then flooding, D. 1 minute, 11 seconds left. This announcement for those of us in the hostel. The admin office will not be opening on Friday and Monday. But it's public holiday. We just want to have lectures. Some of you are always going there. I want to come and collect money. Do your collection tomorrow, unfailingly, tomorrow. Otherwise, you'll be stranded. And some of you are always going there. Can I have 500 naira today? Tomorrow again. Can I have 200 naira? Tomorrow again. Can I have 300? But you're supposed to be paying money for even disturbing those people. 200 naira, 300 naira. So they collect money small, small. Aleke, you are one of them. Yes, every morning you must go and collect something. Yes. I'm on low. Should be true by now. The boy says you go and bring a fees note. He went to start writing the notes. He doesn't know me. He'll meet me here. Went to start writing the notes. In 2 weeks' time, Jamb result is out. You will pass it, man. Don't worry, just relax. Tell your neighbor nothing will happen. God is in control. Don't go and die, oh. When cathode rays are deflected into the electron one electrometer. Class, cathode rays are what? Cathode rays are streams of electrons. Streams of electrons. That's it. Cathode ray. So when negative thing come enter your body will become what? When negative thing enter your body will become what? Negative. So what are you saying? Positive. So become negatively charged. That's the answer. Negative. If you absorb negative material, you become negative. The answer is negative. 12. The weakest attractive force that can be what? Observed between two molecules is what? We mentioned yesterday. I want to listen. Van der Waal, London forces and dipole interaction. Abi? A consequence of global warming is what? Flooding. Yes. Flooding. There'll be too much of CO2. And then it will now be trapped. Then everywhere you now have snow level now start melting. And then it'll turn to there'll be flood everywhere. That's why in some places like America, just some strange flood. America is a lovely place to be, but it's one of the most dangerous places to be. There are so many dangerous natural disasters. And the natural disaster in America, they have female name. Yes. Katrina, Suzanne, yes. They have names. They have names. I don't know. Because we are special. And those things, but for global warming, the earth becomes unnecessarily hot. And another thing that causes global warming is the what? The depletion of the ozone. And that's caused by the presence of chlorofluoro, CFC. Very good. So answer now flooding. Consequence of global warming is flooding. So the following is acidic. We all know that, Abby. Acidic, that's ozonium, hydrozonium, ion. That's D. H3O plus, acidic. Why? The gas still have hydrogen ion. So H3O plus is something as H2O plus what class? Hydrogen ion. That's it. So the guy is acidic. Roustel Lowry. Number waiting with the structural component that make detergents dissolve more quickly in water than soap. And look at this. Very soon you're going to learn difference between detergent and soap. Soap is affected by hardness of water. When your water contains dissolved calcium sulfate or magnesium sulfate or dissolved calcium hydrogen carbonate, majorly, your water will not lather easily. You put soap, you won't see foam coming out very easily. But the guy contains these two guys. But if you put detergent, even when these guys are there, it will lather easily. Detergent are not affected by hardness of water, but soap is affected. Because Mr. Detergent is a water-soluble material. And what is water-soluble material is the presence of two positive and negative ion. Our detergent formed. We have seen how soap are formed to the IB. How we are soap formed? Alkaline hydrolysis of alkanoates. Alkanoates. Oil. But if you look at this one, alkaline hydrolysis, I'm talking about detergent though. Detergent equals detergent. How are they formed? Alkaline hydrolysis of sulfonated alkane. Sulfonated alkanes. That's how they are formed. Sulfonated alkanes. Sulfonated alkanes. Sulfonated alkanes. You go and look like one big alkane, like let's say we have C17, H34. You now add H34. The guy will now give us something like this. C17, H35, OSO3H. That's the way we normally write it. This one is jargon and minus. This is still SO4. This is still SO4, but that's the way we normally write it. We now use them and does right now. So then we now join this one. Hydrogen go remove. We now have this one. C17, H35, OSO3 minus Na plus H plus OH. What would that give you? H2O. This guy is called detergent. It's called what? Detergent. So what made that guy soluble in water or anywhere? Now this one, no, Na and SO3 minus. That's it. This guy here, this ionic component, is what made detergent water soluble. Na, SO, no SO4, SO3 minus, Na plus, SO3 minus. That's the answer. Please, nobody put S on the share. Nobody. Or S on somebody's shares or body. Please sit. Yeah. Sit like this properly. So the answer now waiting. A, SO3 minus and Na plus. This is called sulfonated alkene. Alkene that contains sulfites. Sulfonated alkene. See all these things. Open another past question now. You see the same thing again there as answer to many questions. We move. Number what are we? A liquid that will dissolve fat. Class, Mr. Fat, is it organic substance or inorganic? Fat belong to which family? Esters, alkanoate, abi? And in chemistry, like dissolve, like. If you're organic, I won't dissolve in water because water is inorganic. So if I am organic, I can only dissolve in organic materials. So because they mention fat, I'll go and look for organic material there. The answer is what? Kerosene. Like dissolve like. Like dissolve like. Class, what is that thing that can dissolve rubber? Benzene. Rubber is organic. Benzene is also what? So people are not jotting. Okay, want it tired? Me too. In my mind, I'm praying once in a while for time to just go because I'm stressed. So don't think I am enjoying this standing for many hours. Painful. So please try, encourage yourself. Wear the smile, even if you're hungry. Yeah, let me see you. See fine face now. To me, share. Oh my God, see smile. Smile. The smile can encourage me. No. As if you want to die in class. Some will look like gorilla when you're not smiling. Anu, smile, Jerry. Oh, see, smile. That's how you people should be doing. Not that you are just doing as if forcing you to learn. So everybody smile is cannot even be cannot see smile, cannot see difference between smile and your normal face. Can't let you. 17. What mass of K2CrO4 is required to prepare 250 cm keep? I think I can do that one, Abby. There are many ways of doing it. Solubility or concentration. I gave you one formula like that too. Solubility or concentration. 1000 m, Abby. Over m, you can use any formula you like. So solubility is or concentration. How much is that? I will give you 0.02. You go walk, do it. 1000. We look for mass. Have you gotten the molar mass of that guy? One. Okay, they've given us already. How much volume? 250. Many of you can see that. Sometimes you judge me wrongly. I said that boy should go and bring what? Note. He has not returned. He doesn't have. It doesn't. And the parents are paying money for him. And he's an hostel boy. 36,000 every month or 30 something. It's wasting it. Because some of you will judge me wrongly. Why is he doing that? Why is he embarrassing the boy? This man does not know how to protect somebody's teeth. He doesn't have notes. Because it doesn't take him time to bring the note and say, sir, see what I wrote this morning. He doesn't have. But I know you judge me a lot. Over 1,000. What's the final answer? 97. 18. Farmland. Have you done pollution? Pollution. Eh? You don't done water. What are you doing by Mr. Victor? Acids and salts. Okay, that's after that, that's water next and colloids and pollution. There are others are not many. You can learn everything on pollution in 30 minutes. So it's not a big something. Don't worry, we'll do revision on chemistry. I'm almost through with topic 39 in physics. So just what you do now is you just give me the topics you have issues quickly. I'll just touch it like that. Bang, 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 chemistry. So these students who are there, we said we should send those topics that time. Resend them. Then they will take and just slip it. Like that. So there's 3 topics majorly. They are not difficult. Number one thing we did. Farmland affected by crude oil spillage can be decontaminated by what? Adding acidic solution. No. If you do that, say, quiet. If you add acidic solution to your farmland, you are destroying the farm materials too. Because you're adding acid. So from frying pan to fire, building it up. So that's it. Using aerobic bacteria, that's correct. Because those guys are going to take all those things and break them down into material that will be useful for the farm. Aerobic bacteria. That's what they call biomedical method of removing pollution. That's correct. Pouring water on the affected area, no. It will become messy. Burning off the oil from the area. If you do that, you're also creating more pollution for people who are in that environment because there will be smoke. So there are more pollution you are creating. Number 19. When 10 grams of sodium hydroxide is dissolving 1,000 cmk of water, some of you, there is possibility that you start having conflicting answer in your brain. Because there are some past questions that you have that we have given some strange answers that you have crammed. So you already condemn Adams is wrong. Adams is wrong. Is wrong. Is wrong. I have known the answer before. You are deceiving yourself. Oh yeah. When 10 grams of sodium hydroxide is dissolving this, can you see that? The same formula. Concentration and solubility are the same thing. Concentration or solubility 1,000 m over mv. I'll give him mass. How much mass? I'll give him molar mass. How much? 40 Abi. Is it sodium hydroxide? What's the volume? 0.25 more per dm cube. See, some months ago, some students cannot solve many questions on their own. See, you might have not reached where you want to go, but you are no longer where you used to be. And that's the most important thing. It may be slow, but that improvement is there. Say, me too, I can solve this question. You may not be getting all of them, but at least that confidence that, yes, I've known some things. It gives joy. I was looking at the end of a Dortmund and Barcelona match yesterday. Barcelona beats Dortmund in their first leg. How much? 4-0. 4-0. And then they now went to Dortmund's house, quiet. And the guy beat Barcelona 3-1. But at the end of the day, it was 5-3, Abi. But the fans stood up. I don't know whether some of you saw that. Okay, saw it. What did they do? Yes. Then at the end of the match, what then happened? They started clapping. They knew that we didn't qualify, but you gave your best. And let it be like that. That you may not score 350, but you still score 310, 321. These guys, they stood up. They were clapping for them. The same thing applied to Aston Villa yesterday. They tried. When last did they qualify for Champions League? Long time. They almost upset PSG yesterday. So give your best. Try more. Not, I'm tired. I want to sleep. I'm not feeling fine. Number what are we? Okay. Quiet. Have you done solubility? Have you done saturated solution? So you know this one now. A change in temperature of a saturated solution, they stop the equilibrium between the what? That's the answer. This is the solubility curve. Solubility curve. This is temperature. Temperature. This is what? Eh? Solubility. This dissolved solutes. This undissolved solutes. Abi? So when you change the temperature, what is going to happen is that there will be disequilibrium between the two of them. The amount that dissolve and the amount that is not what? Dissolving. So there will be a change. So let me see the option. Option A, between the dissolved solute and the what? Solvent. No. Solvent, no, no. It has to be solute dissolve and the solute that did not dissolve. So the answer is C, dissolved solute and the undissolved solute. And I'm saying just again, you see? Let's go 21 to 30, 5 minutes. The one you don't understand very well, as study kids, check more light from textbook, read it. Don't be lazy. The best form of reading is what you are doing now. Past question. Like this one, even the explainer is not clear. As study kids, get more facts on your own. No talking. 21 to 30, 5 minutes. Whoever are busy talking, they're not doing anything, just playing. No wahala. Should be true by now. Okay, let's quickly go through. Can you see? There's a prototype of how jam question look like now. Calculation, just about few, like 6. So don't go over depend on calculation alone. Learn everything. Oh yeah, Odugbeson, pẹ̀lẹ́ díẹ̀. 21. If an equilibrium reaction has delta H greater than 0, delta H greater than 0 means the reaction is endothermic, abi? Endo. Endothermic. That means the guy wants it. Give me it. I want it. So if you want the reaction to go forward, you have to increase temperature, abi? The reaction will proceed favorably in the forward reaction at high temperature. That's an A. Because endothermic. We did one yesterday, abi? That they're asking for exo, abi? And what do we pick? Jam no get question. And the two of them are about 10 years interval, the 2 years question. So read, take all these questions seriously. I also extra one that are here. We can give it to say use it to practice free. Some of that have one. So I can have one, maybe 2 nights time. I want to do another one again, repeat it. You will be shocked that you will get everything. So that's high temperature. 22. From the reaction above, which are the curves in the diagram represent? Look at that word. There are 2 things. They gave us 2 graphs. What are they? Sorry, 2 ACL plus what? Giving us what? Plus what? Plus what? Look up. What did they ask? Look at the question. The question says, from the reaction, which of the curves in the diagram above represent the production? When you are producing something, listen, oh, when you are producing something at the beginning, before you start the production, it is 0. I never, we never, at the beginning, you are 0. That's the meaning. When you are producing something. At the beginning, you are zero. As they're now producing you, you now be increasing. That's it. You'll be increasing. When they finish producing you, you now be like this. Reaction has ended. So that's the answer. Go and look for any graph that go like that. And that's it. Whether I end or BK, that's the answer. But if they said, which of the following represent the graph of calcium carbonates? Calcium carbonates. Calcium carbonate is being used, is not produced. Would they use them? This one, would they use them? This one is being produced. That's why it's going like that. Where it's being produced. This production, would they produce you? But you are being consumed. That means you day here, we are consuming you. Can they go down? We are consuming you. We may not really get, we may not get zero, zero will totally utilize you. That is, that's it. This for calcium carbonates. Am I communicating? This production, this consumption. We are consuming what is on the left. We are producing what is on the right. The same graph go to CaCl2. This one, production. The same graph go to HCl. This consummation or consumption. You know, so M there is for calcium carbonate, and N there is for what? Mr. Adam, what is the one for L? Nothing. That L can only be the graph of catalyst. Of what class? But no catalyst there. But catalyst will remain unused. Do you remember? Were you taught that? They will remain unused after the reaction. That's for catalyst. Because you have catalyst, they will be remain unused. 23. The commonness feature of the reaction at the anode. We taught to Krao, have you? Krao. Krao, what did happen for anode? Okay, let's go and look for the one at the solicitation here. A, electrons are consumed. That means electrons are consumed. Which be done with that. B, oxidation is involved. That's the answer, B. Thank God, they give us straight. One serves you all. Don't worry, Jamb will serve into your hand. Just come out and tell a friend and say, do you know what? All the one I don't even like, they didn't bring them. There are 3 topics I don't even like in chemistry. I didn't see any of them. In physics, I don't see them. But just give me all the one where I like. I don't know about you, but me, I've passed already by God's grace. You'll be celebrated. Yeah. Number 24. So the following will change. We have done this one many times, Abi. Amarashi, they asked questions yesterday about that. You know, you have this. Abi now, they're going to add catalyst. What will happen? Lower Abi. You know, so what is affected is activation. That's a research. They've been asking that many times. Activation energy. 25. If Y is an oxidizing agent, they are there with a reducing agent Z. Which of the following is correct? Y is the what? Z is the what? Class, if you're oxidizing agent, what reaction will you undergo? If you're oxidizing, you undergo reduction. If you're reducing, go. So Y, Z. Y is oxidizing. Z is what? Then that means Y will become what? Reduced. Z will become what? Oxidized. So the answer is BRB. Simple. 26. When at equilibrium, which of the reaction below will shift to the right? Now, for you to shift to the right, look at what they said. If the pressure is increased, when they increase pressure and you want to shift to the right, then that means the right must have lower number of molecules. Lower number of molecules. Lower number of molecules. Option A, the right has higher AB. So A is wrong. Option B, the right has higher AB. Wrong. That's why C. On the left, we have 3 molecules. On the right, we call 2 molecules. 27. 27. In the electrolysis of a concentrated solution of sodium, look at that word, concentrated sodium chloride. Concentrated sodium chloride. Look at that word. Sodium chloride will undergo hydrolysis to give us sodium ion and what? Chloride ion, not chlorine ion. No. Then water will break. What will that one give us? Hydrogen and what? OH. This guy will go to where? What type of electrode did they use? Electrode. Inert. So when it gets there, we have to with merit for these guys. Have you? Don't look at the concentration because they are far apart. So hydrogen ion is discharged. Don't go and speak sodium. Don't say because it is concentrated. Lie. They are far apart. These two, they are very close. When they get to the anode, naturally we should have discharge OH, but we won't discharge OH. This guy is too concentrated. So the chlorine ion is discharged. Because they are very close. Very close. Let me explain the meaning of this guy. Look at this. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, iron, zinc, iron, tin, hydrogen. See them. You can make a add lead. Hydrogen. Now, look up. The one for anion, who is the first guy? Florence. So no clean bread in. That's it. Now look up. Want to get somebody to work for us in a company. Work for us in a company. Two people came for a year for the metals. This guy, PhD. This one, school sats. And they are girls, school sats. The two of them, PhD, school sats. So when he got there, see the gap is too much. So more. See, you consider this one. Fortunately, they now reverse something. They now put PhD here. School sat Conde here. Sodium. Because in physics, chemistry, we prefer to discharge you according to how qualified you are. So this guy is most qualified. See the gap. Please come in. What qualification do you have? I have PhD in Oklahoma University in the UK. Wow. What school do you have? I just finished from Igbo High School in Elisha. Very close to Iris Village. And so please go back to your village. You are not qualified. They pick this one. This one, PhD. As doctorate degree. This one, BSc. But this one, the look is shocking. They are beautiful girls, though. This one, choking. You know what I mean of shocking? You see this beautiful lady, you are shocked. Shocking. This one, PhD. But he's not looking nice. But the qualification is not far apart. So instead of me to say, you want to pick this one that has PhD, who your PhD have? You are qualified. That's all. Concentrated. That's why. But this one, the gap is too much. Even we are very beautiful. Oh, law school, I beg they go. That's when so gap is much. That's why the concentration has effect here. It doesn't have here. The gap is much. So that's why they say sodium is the jar, nylon, hydrogen, chlorine. So that's the answer. What's the option? D. Yes. No. Now, that's a very good question she's asking. That's called nature of the electrode. Another day. Kong sodium chloride. The cathode now they now want to use no longer inert. It's now mercury. Mercury. So the two of them now come here. And the guy want to discharge Mr. Mercury. He has 3 parallel lines on the cheek. Mercury. And these two guys now come. Mr. Sodium also has 3 parallel lines on the cheek. And we are looking for whom to give job to. This one, hydrogen ion that does not have parallel line, is the more qualified. But because this guy has 3 parallel lines that resemble the mark on the CEO cheek. Come for interview, the two of them enter. Yo, what's the qualification? I have PhD in California University in the US. After that, I went for a program somewhere in Texas. And from Texas, I went to New York. And I went to Scotland, in Glasgow in Scotland. And I came back to Nigeria to impact people in this country. Wow. That's one come. He came in. Ah. Àwọn àlùwò ni wa. Ìbàdàn ni sá. Ọmọ ilé wa rèé. Níbo ní ìtàn? Mọ́kànlá. Ọ̀sà mi ò lọ yunifásitì. I don't worry. Irinṣẹ́. That's what we call nature of the electrode. That one override all other factors. That's why tribalism comes in and nepotism. So, Mr. Chlorine will attack the carbon. You understand what I'm saying? So, if carbon is now used now, graphite, we won't discharge chlorine. Do you understand? Because it's going to attack it. And so you have to start replacing it intermittently, replacing it, and that will not be cost effective. But they won't give you chlorine at that time because it's going to attack it. Yeah, let's go. No time. Number what are we? What are we looking for? Enthalpy of heat change, Abi. That one is simple now. Product minus. Let's go. There's one joy in my hands. I just believe you are going to pass. I don't know where that joy is coming from. H for products. But don't get worried too much. Some of you are afraid. H for product minus H for reactants. There's tension everywhere, nervousness. For the product, we have how many today for products? CO2, Abi. What's the value for CO2? Then for reactant, what's the value for reactant? Minus 242 and minus 110, Abi. So I have minus 394 minus these two guys, how much? 352. And I have minus 394 plus 352. What do you get? Minus what? 42 kilojoule per mole. That means the reaction is exothermic, Abi. 29. When sugar is dissolved in tea, is that what he said? The reaction is always accompanied by what? Sugar. Tea. Now, we're not sure whether the tea itself is hot or cold as one, whether it is liquid. Also, I think tea is always liquid, Abi. Can we have solid tea? Tea. Tea. Quiet. When have you missed this question? No. Tea. Say liquid. Liquid is tea. Abi, moving about. Moving about. Like this. When sugar is dissolved, because this jam class, I'll just answer it like jam students, jam way. So I don't begin to think too deeply. When sugar is dissolved in tea, the entropy will not change for jam class. That's the answer. If you come on jam, that's the what you should pick. But outside the jam class, which you are not outside, you are all jam students, so we're not going to be outside. But outside the jam class, the number of molecules of these solid materials in that tea will definitely increase. And if the number of molecules now increase, the movement will no longer be as rampant as it used to be. So the entropy will be slightly reduced. But that's for, so there'll not be a bit negative, but that's not jam. So for jam, if you see this one in jam, just pick no change. Because it will still remain liquid. Liquid. So the answer will still be C. But me, if I'm to do it, whether it's jam or not jam, I won't pick C. I'll pick, I'll pick, I can pick D or B. It means a slight entropy change because the movement will be a bit hindered. The solid materials are not many. Now, the reason why Jan will still leave it for you as that no change, because that teeth, so that sugar is what we happen to eat to dissolve. So it won't be there as a molecule to dissolve. So, that's it. So let's pick for uniform answer. Let's pick what now? C, no entropy change. Number 30, which of the following is an electrolyte? If you pick mercury, you are wrong. Mercury is not electrolyte. Oh. Mercury is a compound, is a, let me use what conductor, because it's a metal conductor. It's not electrolyte. If you pick sodium hydroxide, you are wrong. Because they put solid there. So that's why sodium acetate solution. Now B. Mr. Adam, what does that mean? It's sodium ethanoate. So acetate means ethanoate. This is it. It contains positive and negative ion. If you pick alcohol, you are wrong. So the answer is B, sodium acetate, because it contains positive and negative ion. Let's go 1 to 10 quickly. No talking. You have to be fast. I have class by 4. My afternoon student are waiting. One to 10. Many people have been trying to see me, see me, see me, see me, see me. I'm so sorry. It's not easy. Me too. I want to see all of it. I want to see me. I have class by 4. Some people were angry yesterday because I told them I'm tired. I was tired. I was. Can't be lying. Leg. Standing for long is not easy. Try and get 10-10 in this one, please. Be concentrate, be focused. No talking, please. Number two, C, exposing the white phosphorus to air. Exposing white phosphorus to air. 3 minutes more. And now I want to 10, I say make you do, not 1 to 100. Not talking. People are discussing answer. This is not the time to discuss answer. Oh. The imaginary students are making noise. They are disturbing my class. It'll be true by now. Okay, and you are true. Question one. What volume of oxygen is produced from a decomposition of 2 moles of KClO3? KClO3. That's KCl plus oxygen, Abby. You have 2 here, 2 here, 3 here. What volume of oxygen is produced? Two moles is already here, Abby. So 2 moles will be 3 times 22.4. That's the answer. 67.2. Is that the answer? That's it. Oh. 2 give us 3. So 1 mole of that is 22.4. I don't waste time. So the phone is a physical change. In a physical change, the reaction is reversible. I mean, no new product is formed. That's like freezing ice cream. But you can still get your ice cream back if you decide to melt it. They said to one man to go and buy, please go and quickly help us. And this is true story. Help us buy 7 hot dog. Do you know what he asked? What if there is no hot? Can I buy cold dog? Serious. There's no hot dog. Can I buy cold dog? Serious. And it was serious. There are so many apples in Nigeria. What's the percent by mass of oxygen? Aluminum sulfates. What a cold dog. Aluminum sulfates. Oxygen plenty here. Oh. Abi? 2 water. Shy. Aluminum how much? 27. Let's find the everything first. Then you have 3. Sulfur 32. Oxygen 64. Water na 18. Sure you know. Let's get everything first. 54 plus 3 into what? 96 plus 36. 54 plus what? 288 plus 36. Add all of them. Wow, 378. How many oxygen did there? This is 12, Abi. 4 times 3, 12 oxygen. And that 2, making how many? 14. Mass of oxygen are 14 of them. Oxygen are 14. Say it, oxygen 4 times 3, 12. Plus 2, 14. So I have 14 times 16. What do you get? Yeah. So percentage of oxygen now. Now that'll be how much? 224. What do you get? 0.25%. Is the answer there? Number 18. For the filter in a cigarette reduces the nicotine content by adsorption. That's it. It absorbs it. You know, if it doesn't absorb that thing, people will just be dying of. They'll be coughing. Seriously. Adsorption. Not absorption to add. When you get solid gaseous material from solid, that process of getting that gaseous material from solid is called adsorption. Getting gaseous material from solid, it's called adsorption. In the equation about the same balance. This one is simple now. Copper plus HNO3. You even give us 3 here. Plus 4 water. Plus NO. Well, I've gotten NO. That means now acid and dilutes. What do they put? They put 3 where? Oh yeah. Hydrogen are 8, Abby. So what will be here? Is it 8? 8. Nitrogen are 8. We have 6 already. What will be here? So that's why it's 8 and 2. D. Neutral atoms of neon. Where is toy? Neutral atoms of neon. With atomic number 10. Look at that. Atomic number 10. Have the same number of electrons. Now, if you have 10, that's 2 8, Abby. 10 is 2 8. Which noble gas elements has 10? Neon. So they have neon. Then O2 plus. O2 plus means you have what? Lost 2 electrons. You get 6, you get 8 before. You can't lose 2. Will you become 10? No. Calcium get 20. You can't lose 2. Will it become 10? No. The answer is magnesium plus, Abi. The guy has 12 before. Magnesium 2 plus will now become 10. So the answer is D. The noble gases owe their inactivity. Noble gases, they have stable octets. They have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. They don't want to react. A man is so full, he's so big, he has money. Then he now went to vigil. You now want to see him start crying. No. One of the big men, an average big man is proud. Not negative proud now. Except some of them are very passionate. Oh God, thank you for the millions you gave me yesterday. I appreciate you for the billions coming tomorrow. Thank you for everything you have done. My traveling to Switzerland is in your hand. And then when I'm coming back, I'll get to the US, oh God. But when you see a poor man praying, you know, we're always aggressive. So the other guys are not reacting because they are full. They have a full, they are inact. They know they react. Sodium, want to give one now. Chlorine is the most reactive and fluorine. Why? They want one more. Give me one. So those guys are failed. So the answer is what, everybody? What is A? That's it. They have a very failed octet configuration. 8. According to the kinetic theory, this one has been coming every time. Abi, an increase in temperature causes the kinetic energy of the particle to increase. Hydrogen 1s1, yes. Nitrogen 1s2, 2s2, and waiting 2p3. The solution the following is the words. I told you before. You are paramagnetic if you have one or many unpaired electron. Now, I have said it before. You are diamagnetic if you have no unpaired electron. You are para if you have at least one unpaired electron. Let's look at Mr. Hydrogen. Hydrogen are 1s1, Abi. This is one unpaired electron. Do we agree? Is one, is single. So Mr. Hydrogen is correct. 1 is one of the answers. 1. The nitrogen. The nitrogen. Nitrogen is what? Nitrogen is 7. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. This guy is 2p3. We're having 1, 2, 3. Do you agree with that? That's nitrogen, no? The guy has some pair electron. So this guy is paramagnetic too. Para. What's the next guy? Oxygen are how many? 8. 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Go back to the last electron here. The guy has 2 unpaired electron. So you can see that the answer is not actually there. The answer should be having 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. So there should be an error somewhere from them. So you are paramagnetic once you have at least one unpaired electron. This one has 1 unpaired electron. This has 3 unpaired electron. And then this one has 2 unpaired electron. But me, if we are just to pick answer by all means, I can decide to just go for. But I won't even go for anyone. I'll go for 1, 2, and 3 because they all have unpaired, unpaired, unpaired. But this one is more stable than all these ones. Go off the partly failed. But I think you see correct. 1, 2, 3. More paramagnetic 2. And this one 1 and 2. Because this guy is having 2, so it makes it to be a bit distorted. So if I'm to pick answer by all means, maybe I'm just to pick one. I'll pick this one. 1, and this one has unpaired throughout. I'll just pick that. But this is also paramagnetic because it has P. Exactly. But even in the exam, you see something like that which we don't opt for because it's controversial. Just pick this and this alone. You know, because this paired one It doesn't really make it unparamagnetic, but these two are a real case study. Because the orbital itself is just one, and this is 111. Okay, we move. Number what? A gas exact pressure. We have been doing that many times on its container because some of the molecules are moving faster. No. Or the collision of the molecule with each other. No. What's the answer? The answer is DRB. Let's go. Molecules of the gas colliding with the walls of the container. Let's go now. 31 to 40. Last one. Quickly, quickly. I get class by 4. Yes. It's similar to parabolic. Yeah. Don't mind them. We'll be asking questions though. Some of them are hungry, so they don't want you to ask questions. No talking. I didn't care. Sorry. So when I talking in my class, when I said they should not talk, Our time is gone. I have to prepare for 4 o'clock class. Additional. Are you okay? Well, additional is growing lean every day too. Number 30 what? No noise. So chlorine gas. How do you prepare chlorine? This is one of the methods. MnO2 plus HCl. You have manganese chloride plus chlorine, and then you have water. Mr. Victor has taught you that's how to prepare chlorine. So the answer should be option what? Adding concrete Cl to solid manganese oxide. Yes, that's the answer. You know, you have to apply it most times. Then 32. Metals of the first transition series have special properties which are different from those of group 1 and 2 because they have partially filled words. That's it. 32. Option what? 33. Hydrogen can be displaced from a hot alkaline solution by what? Of all of them, which of them is amphoteric in nature? That's the answer. The answer is tin. D. They're talking about amphoteric nature. If you're not amphoteric, you can't displace tin. So the answer is tin because it's amphoteric. Aluminum can also do the same thing. Aluminum, zinc, tin, and lead. Number what are we? So the following statement is true of sulfur, SO2, sulfur oxide. You know, this guy will dissolve in water, Abi, to give us what? H2, SO3, Abi, trioxosulfate 4, sulfate 4. It forms tetrasulfate acid, no. It's an odorless gas, no. It's an acid anhydride, yes. Answer is C, because it can produce acid when dissolved in water. 35. The salt that will form a precipitate, look at that word, soluble in excess ammonia. There are only 2 of them, Mr. Victor taught you. Excess ammonia, soluble in excess ammonia. Soluble in excess ammonia. Mr. Copper and zinc, Abi. Go and read it, oh, they're in your notes. There are only 2 of them, soluble in excess ammonia. Copper and zinc. Number what are we? The metal that liberates hydrogen from cold water in bubbles. Look at that word. That's the key there. In bubbles only. What's the answer? Lie. In bubbles. If you put sodium in water, it will dart round and it's violent reaction. Roll into ball. You'll be hearing pop, 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 pop. They're actually in violent, not in bubbles. Bubbles called. They are talking about the one that will not react very fast. What's the olorioko of all of them? Potassium is the most reactive. Abi, followed by who? Followed by who? Followed by who? So the answer is aluminium. The least reactive. They're asking for the least reactive. Not calcium. Don't go and pick what they pick in all those past questions. Some of those past questions you have. I'm not trying to brag. Like all these 4-in-1s. Some of them we taught them in Adams. I taught them myself here. All these germanium books that you are using. So better erase those things. They're talking about reactivity. Like this. Potassium, sodium will react violently. This will react slowly. But aluminum is less reactive than calcium. That's the reason why. 37. Chlorine gas turns a damp starch iodide paper to what? That blue. In fact, guy is going to also turn into colorless as well. Chlorine gas turns a damp starch iodide paper. Red becomes paper to blue. Blue becomes paper to red. Chlorine is acidic, Abi, and it's a bleaching agent. Damp starch iodide paper, dark blue. Okay, then later I can now turn it to colorless. So D. 38. The modern process of manufacturing steel from iron is called what? Blast reduction. Have you been taught? 39. When you apply heat, we have been writing this on many times, oh, lead nitrates. If you put it for lead, what are you going to have? Lead oxide plus what? Plus what? That's the answer. NO2, reddish brown gas. B. And this one, Mr. Amos taught you on Monday. What is formula for 18? This is 18, Harry. Have you been taught Markovnikov's rule? 18 reacts with what? You know, hydrogen can be added here. Abi now, bromine can come here. Abi, so we're gonna have CH3 Br. Abi, option what? Bromoethane. That reaction is called what? Addition. Option what is this? B. Okay, we stop there. Thank you.